I held on to this boat tighter than the situationship I should have let go of 2 years ago.
It was at this moment she knew she fucked up.
When I signed up to go to the BLAS Islands, I was ready for adventure, but this is hands down the most chaotic travel day I've had in my 10 years of traveling. The travel day actually started off really smooth. We got picked up at 4 a.m. on the dot to then travel 3 hours through the Panamanian jungle to get to the water taxi dock. Then from the water taxi dock, you take another hour and a half water taxi to your island. So in total, be prepared for almost 5 hours in travel. I'm not gonna lie, when we got to the water taxi dock, I thought we got scammed. I would just like to know, I am so glad I did not overpack. Sometimes I could be a chronic overpacker, but this time I actually listened to the directions and only brought a backpack. And I'm so glad because it didn't matter where you sat on this water taxi, you were going to get soaked. It felt like I was getting waterboarded for almost an hour and a half. I had never experienced rough waters like this. For those of you that don't know, the BLAS Islands are owned by the Gunayala people. The Gunayala have their own language, so we only had one tour guide that spoke Spanish, and no one spoke English for the most part. And he was responsible for telling us which island we were going to get dropped off at. We booked our accommodations for Isla Pero Chico, which is one of the larger island options. We also booked the cheapest accommodations, which did not come with a private shower, which turned out to be not that big of a deal because we were only staying for one night. And honestly, it's a glamping style, cabin style experience. This is not a luxury experience. You pretty much are living like the locals and in these wooden cabins with very, very basic accommodations. It's a cabin on an island in the middle of the ocean, so I really didn't have high expectations for what it would look like. It was clean enough for what it was. During the day, we mainly had the island to ourselves until the day tours would come through. It got pretty crowded, but that wasn't any problem because by 4 p.m., all of the crowds were gone and we had access to the entire island by ourselves. We got fed breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks, and it came on time. There were really no issues with the food. It was pretty basic. I will say I don't eat any fish. I can't have any fish or seafood. I believe that the fish options were probably better because they were literally being caught the same day and coming fresh off the boat and going fresh straight into a fryer. Food time is posted at basically the concierge, the main cabin that's on the island. So you just follow that schedule because they won't come and find you for dinner. They won't come and find you for lunch. It's really kind of a free-for-all for whatever you want to do. By this time of night, everybody ate dinner and then just relaxed and on the rest of the island. Now me, I don't play about the dark. I'm not gonna lie, I'm scared. I'm scared of the dark. So I just went back to the cabin and waited out the night. It was the amount of sounds from the wildlife and animals and the wind and the ocean. It was insane. I barely slept through